Namaskar. In life, what we actually have felt through all our emotions, the observation, the acceptances, all the reality of front view. When sometimes we feel not in the same way, because at the layer of fear always cover those all the realities of our inner feeling, which we want to make them in front or keep them in front, but we haven't those kinds of rights and power to doing the same in front of us or front one. Because what is this, what kind of fear is this, and why we feel very fearful with those of our fearful feeling, means at the moment we can say those hard fear. What is this? This is nothing, this is only the emotions in which we are just captured by those all the reality, and we can't able to understand our realness in front of them, because we can't have the power to pretend ourselves from those of our heart side of feelings, which is called fear, and always make ourselves demoralized and don't able to express the reality which we want to express in real way. This is nothing, this is only the objection through our emotion for ourselves. Yes, we are here the point of objection only for ourselves. We are the maker of those all dark side of our life, because of our little thought make ourselves feel so demoralized. And after knowing all those reality, what we are and what the capabilities Lord has given us, we are not able to define them easily, because the layer of fear always makes us feel so demoralized and low, and also the lack of confidence release them with all the realities. And this is not any kinds of can say no big thing, this is a very harsh theme for all of us through ourselves. So here what we should do, we should always keep our attention to respect and accept the reality without any layer and any cover of fear. Maybe at the first sight we can't able to do this, but we have to try, and we must try. Here if I have the can say we have the power for try this, for accept this, then we can say the reality is not so far. If we think that is very far and that is very impossible to all of us, and we can't have those powers, we can't attempt those of our free feelings to others which we want to express, but we haven't the those all powers and strength. But we have, Lord has given us many different powers, strength, also the intelligence. But here a little layer of fear makes us feel in all the way lower and also inferior in front of everyone around. So here the solution is only keep faith. Yes, keep faith in ourselves. It is very hard maybe sometimes, but with loyalty, if we have the power to keep faith in honesty at first to the Lord, then we will definitely see how wonderfully we observe our reality for us, and how we can see those all things which only we have kept aside in our desires, only want to see, but we haven't the power to keep them in front because of our fear. So here just neglect those kinds of all fear. Not, it is not so hard, because it only the wait for our courage. And if we have the courage to make them be keep aside or make them low because of their thought, then we are ready to accept the reality of our life. Reality means a blissful feeling in itself, and we can feel it, we can observe this. Those all the realness is just waiting for us. Here we are little late for understanding those all the realness through the creation and for ourselves. Those all the viewpoint if we see for us, then we may be sometimes not able to understand, but if we see those all the similar feeling for others, or can say for the front one, then we can understand how hard is this, and how harsh feeling we have felt, we have observed since a long time. What is this? This is not our life's meaning, because if our parents give their effort for ourselves, for making ourselves so, can say no, so blissful and so peaceful, what they have the desire to all of us. But if we are not in the same way, then what we actually give them from ourselves? No, nothing. And also make them disappointed to all our viewpoints or all our front views. And this is not, can say, a very great thing we are doing. If we have not the power to accept the parents' sacrifice and parents' loyalty to all of us, then what we can do then? Here we at first have to realize that we are only the Lord creation through our parents. And if Lord has given us this divine gift life, then we have to respect them, and without any fear we must have to try keep ourselves in front in easier way, in a smoother way. Maybe sometimes it is so hard, it is not so easy for feeling, but we have to try this. We must have to feel this. If one time we can able to feel this, then we will definitely see how easy it and how we can feel those all the reality for ourselves, which we only want to feel and can't able to feel, but we have those of powers. We must have to keep faith and regard for our own image first, then expect from others. Because if we are not aware and we are not keeping regard for ourselves, then why we expect from others? Others have the same feeling for us, and they always realizes, yes, she hasn't the power of expressing herself in easy way, in smooth way, and they always maybe behind us, and they are using to laugh on us. Maybe they can, we are not blaming them, but can say no, there is the feeling of those kinds of they can arise. So here at first we have to understand this reality, and we can respect our feelings, our emotions, because those all emotions we have gotten from our parents, from the creator. And at least we have to understand the respect of creator's compassionate affection to all of us, what creator gives us in those eternity, in the form of nature, in the form of divine gift, can say mother nature. Yes, and mother nature always be supportive and careful to all of us. But if we do anything wrong, then we have gotten the same in return, we know this. But in opposite way, we do good thing to others for the nature first, and we are getting the same in return. So life is nothing, life is only the understanding, the feeling of our realization, what we actually realize. Realize means what we can understand ourselves through the nature's instructions. And if we are allow and make ourselves so smooth according to nature's all the sides, then we can feel the every path like a blessing to all of us, like a divine gift to all of us. And here little while, for a little while, if we haven't those kinds of thinking, then we all have the power for understanding those reality, what will happen next. So I only want to share this one little thought, because I am not so great personality, I am not so great person, but can say no, through the Lord's compassion I have the power of expressing these kinds of emotions. So I am saying, if we want to feel relaxed and comfortable, then at first we have to give the same in return to all of us. Not return means we have to give only. What they are giving, their choice. What they are attaining, their choice. Yes, their choice. Here we have to only consider for our efforts, what we actually doing to others, and what we are at first thinking for others, because our thoughts keeps a very big role to us. And if we are honest with ourselves, then we can definitely get the same in return from everyone around. Life is broadly the making process of our own thinking, our own thoughts, what we are thinking, what we have the power for observation, for keep respect to those things which is maybe sometimes looks so hard and harsh. We can't have the power for understanding them so easy to all of us. But if we have the realization, then we can accept them like a blessing, like a smooth thing, because we have to think they are not doing with us can say no, a hard side. They are doing their job. But if we are attaining the same in return, then Lord has the same in return to all of us. So here we can't have the power for making one realize what they are doing, their fault, or their any kinds of negative source is going around. We have to only consider for our thinking, and Lord has given us the power for making ourselves what the way we want to see for us. And always try to feel easy and comfortable for those one also who has given us a very harsh theme of life, can say a very bad feeling of life. We always think for them a good feeling, a blissful feeling, can say a blessing to them. Maybe sometimes it look like a joke, but it is not joke. It is really not joke. It is an enlightenment, a blessing to all of us, because it is maybe at first sight it is so hard, but in reality it is a great satisfaction. Yet if we are doing it, then we can feel those of satisfaction in our soul. So always try to keep other stable and peaceful. Stable and peaceful mean to say according to their choices, what they want. Maybe sometimes they want in negative way according to us, but here also we have to keep concentration in those smooth way to them, and then we will definitely find those all the peaceness in which we are sometimes since a long time we only have the skill of waiting. Yes, list of waiting we had, and always maybe we can try this to getting them in the blissful way, in a smooth way. And life is broadly, we all know our own making process. What we observe, we give, we get the same in return. We all know this reality of life. And Lord Krishna in Gita, he said, if you want to live blissfully, then don't do a big thing, only make one blissful, and you have the same in return through me, means through nature, means through me. I am the nature. I am all of you, every kinds of feelings, which is called the Maya. Maya is also the form of Lord Krishna, and Lord Krishna always makes us feel so enlightened, so blissful when we are thinking good for others. In the form of Maya, Lord Krishna gives us a realization, a real feeling of serenity in ourselves. Then we can understand, yes, it is our life, and we are not breathing, we are living life. So live life is a path, and living life is a big process. Big worship to all of us, and we all must have to understand this reality of the creation, means of the Lord's compassion. The Lord Krishna always makes us feel aware, confident, and ease if we understand this reality of life.